Hi, I'm Joe Mino, and welcome, I guess, to this new thing I'm going to call Brick Journal Plus. I'll be talking about toys that I picked up over a toy fair and some other odds and ends that I run into from time to time that don't fit into what I would call the Brick Journal mold. Anyways, we're going to start off this one by some things I've run into over at Toy Fair, New York this year. That happened about a month ago. This is mid-March, and it's taken me this long to actually sit down and sort through all the things I've gotten. So, I'm going to start off with something that I've been watching for a couple of years. It's called Pix Brix, and Pix Brix actually is the name of a company that it's been around over at Toy Fair for a few years, and I came upon them, and I was quickly fascinated by what they created. What they've done is they've made a type of brick that has serrations on the sides. So if you take a look, it's like a 1x1, but it's got these serrations. And what's really cool about the serrations is you can slip things apart, or in this case you can slip them together. So there are 32 different colors that they have right now in the color library, and you can get these online at pixbrix.com, and there's a hyphen between Pix and Brix. But I'll show you some more stuff here in just a second. What's really neat, I'm actually going to show you here. What's really neat is not only can you do a 1x as long as you want, or in this particular case, I'll put it down here and just, one of the things here that's interesting is that the more you get in a row, there, you can make a 2x as long as you want, or you can do something really interesting and you can do a offset like that. So it's sort of like a jumper of sorts. However, it's the way it's set up makes it a little bit complicated to work with. Since there's studs on top, you can also build on top like that. This is compatible with 1x1 bricks, or with Lego bricks, as the case may be. And so you can actually build this into a setup, such as, let's see if I have one. I don't seem to have one. I have a random mock I built right here, and you can actually build on top of the studs here, like so. Now, keep in mind that that the bottom's a square. There's really nothing else besides that. So what that really means is that you may be able to do an offset up top, on the top, like so, there. You can do an offset like on top, but at the bottom you're going to have problems because you have to mirror that same offset underneath. So anyways, this particular group has don't go thinking that all they've done is make these 1x1 bricks. Their big thing, which makes it completely fascinating to me, is making mosaics. So if you go online, you can go over to their website and see their gallery. Here is there. It gives you an idea of some of the things you can do with it. And then also, what's really interesting is, let me go here, is you can see how the bricks are, the serrated edges, and they match up. And no, you don't iron these. These hold together on their own. So what's really fun is that you can make a mosaic that holds together on its own using these bricks. And that's what we're going to do right now, because one of the things that they gave me was a small set. And this small set right here is 91 pieces. I don't know what retail price would be on this. The website, the retail price, average price of a brick is about 1.5 to 2 cents a piece. So these are what I would call pretty darn cheap. And so this particular thing at 91 pieces, you're looking at $2 to $3, maybe $4, something like that. So there, the instructions are right here. That's it. That's all. Since this is one layer, things are very easy to make. So I'll just put that on right here, and what you get is this bag of parts. 91 pieces. So the bag is it's a simple tape bag, so you just open it up and let the parts fall. That's a big pile of parts. Now, there. So, with this, it's just going to be a simple matter of sitting down and taking the time to build. I'm learning that the first couple of pieces are actually easy to do by hand in front of you, but as the model gets bigger, you're going to have to put it on the table. So there we go. As we start, I'll put the diagram right here. As we start, I will match it up. There. There's 3, and then I have to get the brown. The brown pieces, I built this a couple of times beforehand, and for some reason the brown pieces are stiffer than most of the other pieces. I couldn't tell you why this is so. I would be led to believe that the molds are just different enough to be annoying, but the plastics are all the same. There really isn't any reason for this to be any different. So it's just, like I said, when you have a piece like a piece that I'm putting in right now, which has 2 corners, sometimes it can be really hard to put in. Sometimes it's really easy. But it's just a matter of matching up with the diagram, which makes it, since this is a 1-layer mosaic as opposed to a model, which they do make, it makes it much easier to build and much easier to actually document in terms of instructions, because all you need to do is a simple grid. And they actually bank on that on their website, because they have a gallery of mosaics that you can take a look at and build on your own. It's actually a Pinterest gallery, and what's really nifty about that is that their diagrams are their instructions. And so you just download it, order the parts you need, and make it. Now see, I'm already having a problem here because this particular piece is being stubborn. So sometimes the easiest solution is to rotate the part, which is funny because it's the same part, it's the same pattern, but somehow rotating it 90 degrees makes it easier to settle in. So there. So as you can see it right now, there we go. Right there, that's the beginning of my pizza piece. Now, what you may notice is that this set is maybe only 91 parts, but it's kind of big. So, you know, in terms of size, bang for the buck and whatnot, I'm going to end up with a pizza slice, as this particular puzzle model is. I'm going to end up with a pizza slice that's going to be larger than the box. And in terms of indicators, that's a pretty good indicator. Whenever you end up having something larger than the box that you bought it in, I always think that's a pretty good deal. So let me keep on building this, and I will get back to you when I'm done. So talk to you in a few. And I'm back. And I just finished this. It took about 20 minutes to build, mainly because it's a bit of a challenge to get everything to line up. But there it is. The colors aren't quite as washed out as the light leads you to believe. Let's put it over there. There we go. And like I said, it's bigger than the box. So let's size it. There we go. And but some neat things to think about while building this is that since this is a one layer model, what could be done is to actually get some more pieces and make it a 2-layer model by adding more cheese, the yellow, or making the pepperoni stand out. If you do, we can experiment with that by doing a quick pull out there. That's another thing you can do. You can make holes, and it doesn't destroy the model. So we can actually do, like, we can make the pepperoni stand out. Now, what's funny is that if you were being somewhat anal about this, is that what you could do is, instead of pushing it completely out and making it a completely new layer, this actually has a provision such that you could push out the given piece. There we go. Halfway. So you have this half layer. Now this would create a problem when you're building, mainly because you end up having a half layer on the bottom there. But in terms of this particular model, it actually would make it more interesting to look at. So let's see if I can push that out on this one too. Now, what's interesting about these serrations is that when you have a lot of them, it makes things really, really strong. And what that really means is that it's making it complicated for me to push out the pepperoni like I want. There we go. So there's 2. And then let's see, this last one here is going to be tough because it's an L. Now, in terms of building, altering things by 1 brick in this would be a challenge. The company does sell their version of a brick separator, but it's not necessarily, it's designed to pull bricks out on the edge, for lack of a better term. Pulling a piece out from the middle, you're gonna always have a problem, because you have all the serrations create a real strong bind. But there, just add a little bit more to it. You end up with this, with the there. See, so the pepperoni actually hang out a little bit more. If I wanted to, I could push out the crust a little bit. But overall, this is a pretty interesting, fun model to do. Since it's mosaic, it's fairly easy to figure out where you're going. There are no tricks. And as I'm going to show you right now, this is a fairly solid model. So you can get these online or at pixbrix.com, and I'll show you the link. Like I said, they're fairly inexpensive for what they are. So I would suggest you, if you're interested in mosaic building especially, and doing pixel art, this will be the thing to use. I would highly recommend this. And like I said, I'll put links on the bottom here for you to look at. Well, I guess that's it. So thank you. I'll get back to you later for another segment of Brick Journal Plus. Bye.